Turtle Gang! Hit that like button as you come in. It's coming!
Intoxicated, we're automated and overpopulated. We're all fish in a stream, swimming towards a vicious dream. Don't you know we're the walking dead? Our lives were meant to be this bleak. Somehow they got into our heads. We're wide awake, yet still asleep. We're the walking fear and hatred, dull and jaded. It's all been debated and manipulated. Nothing's ever as it seems. We're bound to believe everything they scream. Don't you know we're the walking dead? Our lives were meant to be this bleak. Somehow they got into our heads. We're wide awake, yet still asleep. We're the walking dead. We're the walking dead. Oh, 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 oh. We're the walking dead. We're the walking dead. Oh, 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 oh. Highly sedated, intoxicated. We're automated and overpopulated. Don't you know we're the walking dead? Our lives were meant to be this bleak. Somehow they got into our heads. Wide awake, yet still asleep.
What's up?
We're the walking dead. We're the walking dead. Oh, 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 oh. We're the walking dead. We're the walking dead. Oh, 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 oh.
What is up? Good morning, my beautiful people. If that loud ass music didn't wake you up, nothing will, okay? But I'll tell you who got up even earlier than us, okay? Because you know they wake you up early as shit when you in jail. I'm talking about breakfast comes at like 4:30 in the morning. It is loud as shit. So I can tell you now, Mr. Turtleboy update. Let me tell you what happened to him in jail. He didn't get no sleep. None. Okay. He is tired as a bitch today. The first day in jail, you ain't never been locked up. You ain't sleeping. There's no way in hell you were sleeping. There's too much noise. Okay. It is loud as a bitch in that place. You will walk around like the Walking Dead, just like this song says today. That is what your boy Turtleboy is feeling like today. The Walking fucking Dead. Time you sleep on that slab one good night, let me tell you, Dolly's never had a good back. You will be walking around stiff as a board, no sleep. This man is in a world of shit. So he has his inmate number. So his canteen number's up online. So if you want to donate to Turtleboy, you can. But I'm sure, listen, Turtle Gang. The Turtle Riders are holding him down. I'm pretty sure that these people are crazy as shit, okay? And if you're just tuning in, make sure you hit the like on this video. And if you're not a baby gap, share this on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, any of that good shit that people use. Okay. So, there's some of the turtle riders, holding this man down. So, his canteen probably has $100,000 in it by now. But you only get so much of that a week, so it don't do you no good. But little do they know, when you balling in jail, there's people in jail that are robbers, killers, and don't have no canteen. They don't have nothing. That's why I suggested we donate to him. So he has a little more than everybody else in the jail. Okay. You know what that does? That instantly makes you a target. A target. Okay. He's locked up with real criminals and he ain't one. Okay. Imagine that. Imagine this, guys. You ain't a criminal. You just a regular old Joe. Don't do nothing to break the law. Next thing you know, you in the worst part of the jail with the worst people that have done the worst things. And if you think they stop doing bad things when they get to jail, you're sadly mistaken. Okay. So I'm sure he made it through the night, terrified as shit. Probably cried the whole night. Deputies feeling sorry for him, walking by. You're going to be okay. Keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Turtle boy in a world of shit. So we're going to pull up the news where, you get to see his ass. You just want to see his facial expressions. The look on his face is just, is almost priceless, and this is what he deserves. I'm not here to pick on Turtle Boy. My thing is this. I hope he actually gets out of jail. His lawyer gets him up in front of the judge, gets him out of jail, and he just stops. Okay. That's all it really needed to happen. But what I was saying is turtle riders are crazy. They out here thinking this girl is pregnant and they want to get the baby from her. Can you even make stuff up like this? Can you even make stuff? And we're also going to get into some of the Bryan Kohberger stuff today, some stuff on Rex Heuermann and his wife and things of that nature. But I still just want to tap in on this Turtle Boy stuff because this is pretty fresh on the internet. Okay. Bryan Kohberger, Rex, has been going on for a little bit. So anyway, people like this, at this point, if you don't see this dude as bad, now, of course, like I told everybody, as soon as I done my stream yesterday, people started hitting me up with information about what's going on with Turtle Boy and this girl. Okay. Who the girl is, Dolly knows all that stuff now. I know more inside information on it. And as soon as I got done with that, somebody else hit me up, said, yo, I got a bunch of shit on Turtle Boy. I knew that was coming. Okay. Once it starts to rain, it starts to pour. I believe this is the downfall of Turtle Boy. If any of the turtle riders are smart, they would probably try to jump ship at this point. See, there's a difference between corrupt cops and what Turtle Boy did. I can see the argument for Karen Reed because nobody was there to see what happened in the Karen Reed case. Okay. So if you're just tuning in and you're not familiar, Cutie Pie, thank you for gifting a membership. That's super awesome of you. And you don't know who Karen Reed and you don't know who Turtle Boy is. I'm going to give you a little quick summary of what it is, just in case you don't know. Some people may not know who Karen Reed is, and some people might be like, who the fuck is Turtle Boy? Okay. Karen Reed, they were out drinking in Boston in a bar. Her boyfriend was a police, John O'Keefe. They get invited to a friend's house. Next thing you know, allegedly she drops him off there or she runs him over. Okay, we don't know which one it is. Did he go in the house? Did he not go in the house? Blah, blah, blah. Easy. Thank you for becoming a member. We don't know. Nobody was there. So the argument is he went in the house and the police killed him, his police friends, and threw his body in the front yard. Okay. That's the argument. The police are saying that Karen Reed backed over her boyfriend. She's going to trial. She has a court date coming up in, I believe, February. Okay. Turtle Boy is a dude that thinks she is being railroaded, being wrongly accused, and he started campaigning to prove her innocence. Okay. But in the process of this, he did a bunch of weirdo stuff, harassing witnesses, showing up at sporting events for the witnesses' kids and things like this. So he's been arrested for, I believe, the last I heard, it was 16 felony counts of witness intimidation. And then right after that, he gets indicted on 3 more charges. Day after that, he allegedly assaults his lover that is pregnant with his baby, makes some threats, and he is charged with 2 more charges: battery, assault, and harassing another witness. Okay, because this lady happens to be a witness in his case. He goes in front of the judge yesterday. The judge revokes his bond. Now he's sitting in jail, and I want to play this news clip from, I guess, when they lock him up, revoke his bond, and they take his ass to the paddy wagon. Okay.
Aiden Curity faced new charges. Our Emily Maha is live outside the courthouse in Dedham. And Emily, a lot of strong reactions there tonight.
Well, Sean, Jen, Aiden Carney's lawyer calling the judge's decision disgusting. Tonight, the well-known blogger will not be going home, instead heading to the House of Corrections.
House of Corrections. I like how she said that. I like this newscaster. I want to make sure I say hello to her when I'm up in when I go up there.
Is the moment the blogger known as Turtleboy walked out of the courthouse in shackles. Carney is charged with intimidating a witness.
Damn, that looks changed, homie. You just heard revoke. You know you ain't going nowhere for a good minute, okay? Can you imagine when that judge said your bond is revoked, how the hell he felt? I bet you his heart fell straight to the damn floor. He is not built for this shit. So I've heard already different things. And now, guys, this is all rumors, okay? I heard he's been on suicide watch already. You know, things of that nature. Yeah, he probably got in there and broke down. He probably got up in that place and slammed down.
Witness an assault and battery on a household member. The prosecutor says he shoved his ex-girlfriend, who's also a witness in the ongoing murder investigation of Boston police officer John O'Keefe. Investigators say O'Keefe was killed by his girlfriend, Karen Reed. Carney's lawyer says the allegations are lies, saying the woman claimed to be pregnant and asked Carney to come over while she took an abortion.
I'm going to tell y'all now, that right there is a hellacious feeling. When they put you in that little box like that, when they're transporting you from jail to court and stuff like that, that shit is so small inside. He is hating life. You know, he's only holding it together because of the cameras. He's thinking, as soon as these cameras are going, I'm going to bawl like a baby.
Abortion pill. His lawyer says Carney recorded that conversation and posted it online. It was played in the courtroom today before the judge made his decision. You can hear the gasp from those.
I think that video that he posted is what did him in. It made him look like such a shitbag. See, you can look at that video 2 ways. Like, oh, well, he was covering himself, right? Or you can look at that video like, this dude is a psycho. He set this woman off and then recorded her response. And I think the judge thought the same way as I did, that he did something to her and then he recorded it and he was being sneaky. And then he posted that shit to shame her. And the judge was done. That's all it took. I mean, I called this shit like a psychic. And I hope it was worth it to him. You know, let me tell you this. He's probably made $100,000 or so, a little more off of this. In this world today, that ain't a lot of money. That, I mean, it sounds like a lot of money, but it really ain't a lot of money depending on your lifestyle. My question to him is, was it worth it? Okay. Think about when he sits there for 3 months, how much money he loses. Okay. He don't get to see his kids. This dude, he effed up really bad. And it don't help Karen Reed none, because this makes him look like a scumbag. Now, this scumbag is tied to Karen Reed, and this is for the turtle riders. If y'all really, you shouldn't be a turtle rider. If you think Karen Reed is innocent, you should be a Karen Reed rider. Okay? Why is there a middleman in this? Why is there a middleman? Right? Can't you just be a Karen Reed rider? We support Karen Reed. Why do you got to support a fucking dirtbag that is terrible to people, talks horribly, and treats women horribly. Why can't you just support the woman that needs your support?
Was inside as the judge revoked Carney's bail, his lawyer then taking to the courtroom steps.
He had a good lawyer too. That's the thing. The judge was just over it. I have been saying, I'm honest about it. I'm like, look, Turtleboy got a good lawyer. He has a good ass lawyer. And his lawyer the other day put up a good fight for him. You know, even in the court, I thought the lawyer from the transcripts from yesterday, he put up a really good argument and things of that nature. That it's this all bullshit. She's mad woman syndrome. You know what I'm saying? I thought he did really good. But listen, the court system's only going to put up with you so much for they's like, okay, this shit, you know, they only got so much time. They can't keep tying up their docket with your ass. I knew he was done. I was like, man, this dude is done. Stick a fork in him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's on his shell. He's flipped over. And he is hating life.
The Commonwealth motion to revoke Mr. King's bail without.
We're completely disgusted after making that presentation that he's going to be held. The judge made his decision, and we're going to review it. We're going to do everything we can.
You're going to review it, okay? Wait, you didn't hear it the first time he said revoked? Well, you need to review that shit. Okay, that's the dumbest shit I've heard his lawyer say yet. Because I think his lawyer's a really good lawyer, smart man. He said, we're going to review it. Well, you ain't much to review. That motherfucker said revoked, okay? I mean, you can rewind it. You can spell it backwards. Either way, this dude's sitting in jail. But he needed this. He needed this. This just shows people that karma is real. And if you're a dirtbag in this world, it's going to come back to bite you in the butt.
Carney showed little emotion after learning he'd be heading to the House of Corrections.
Nah, he was stoic right there, right? Look at that face. He knows though, but I guarantee it. I've known a lot of mofos, okay? A lot harder than this dude. I've seen break down crying like a baby, like a damn baby, okay? So I know this dude balled up in his turtle shell. There is no doubt in my mind. And by this point, he's in the pod, okay? Unless he's then said something crazy that he wants to hurt himself or something like that. And some of these rumors are true that they got him on a watch, which might be true because he probably started crying as soon as they got him back there. If you ain't built for crime, don't be committing crime. If you ain't built for jail or prison, don't do nothing to go, okay? You don't get out there putting your hands on women. You don't get out there harassing witnesses, you know, especially when you've been told over and over again. Okay, I get it. One time you did something stupid and they told you don't do it again. But as soon as you go keep doing that shit, you didn't learn from your mistake. This is what you get. It says we got 118 likes. We got almost 400 people in the room with us this morning. Make sure, guys, do me a solid. Hit the like on the video for me. Turtleboy is the new turtle suit. Well, of course, this is just the beginning of his nightmares. I've been saying this. I don't think people understand this. That's trying to pick up and like get his viewers or grab the flag and run with it. Turtleboy is going to get sued. Okay. He's going to get sued by multiple people and they're going to try to take everything he got. If he is married, I suggest his wife file for divorce, get his name off of every single thing you humanly can get it off of. Like if his name's on the house, if his name's on anything to do with the kids, if his name is involved in any assets that is owned between the two of them, as a smart woman, I would get the hell up out of there and get him off of everything because this dude will get your house taken. He will get everything. He's going to have your wages garnished for the next 50 years. He just don't realize what he's doing because he's making money right now. And he's seeing that money and greed just kept him going. He had every option to stop. And then when he tried to rally his troops to do the work for him and they wasn't doing it good enough, you see, boom, he had to step back up, get right back in it. That's what done him in. It's just all greed. He said himself that in the end of this, he was going to be laughing. Look, I don't see you laughing right now, homie. I don't see you laughing. Anybody see Turtleboy laughing? I don't see you laughing. I don't see you on Netflix. What I see you in is jail. Okay. I see your ass right sitting in bars. I just watch you get walked to the wagon. And if anybody knows that feeling, I know the feeling. So I know what you're going through. I know exactly what you're going through. I know exactly how miserable you are right this minute. Okay. So, but be good people out here in the world. You get back what you put in. You know, you put out good stuff in the world, you'll get good stuff back. If you're just an asshole on Christmas, all right, Mr. Ebenezer Scrooge over here, Mr. Damn, the Grinch that pushed this old lady on Christmas, we got a place for you. It's called jail. Okay. It ain't that bad. Karen Reed is free as shit, enjoying her Christmas and her holidays. She's probably sipping champagne like it's her birthday, listening to some fucking 50 Cent. Angie B. Thank you so much, Angie B. That is super awesome of you. And Turtleboy sitting in jail for simping for her. Okay, this is when simping goes wrong. Okay. So you got a dude that has a big old crush on Karen Reed. Okay, this is what this is about. You know, he's living in the basement. He's thinking, yo, when this is done, I'm going to make a meal. I'm going to hook up with Karen Reed. Karen Reed ain't giving you the time of day. You heard the woman you was hooked up with. She called you a dweeb. Okay. She said she only hooked up with you because you had your damn little YouTube show and you was a dweeb. I found that so funny. I thought that shit. I was like, she's going in right now. She's going in. Of course, in Baby Gap, he's on his world tour. He's on his Karen Reed world tour. That's his plan to pick up the flag. Right. But I'm going to be the one that laughs at him when he gets tied into a lawsuit. Because, you know, they're going to go after the big players in this. They're not going to go after every YouTuber. They're just going to go after the YouTubers that have profited off of it, you know. And he can grab that flag. He can go on a world tour if he wants, but he's a fucking idiot. Okay. The Turtle Riders, if any of y'all are listening and going right now, going F Dolly, perfectly understandable. Okay. Perfectly understandable. I get it. But get y'all a good spokesperson this time. Okay. And then I don't have to pick on you. I don't have to joke you people. I don't have to talk about your conspiracies. Get somebody that's well-spoken. Get you a woman, okay? Don't get them dudes that be e-spanking, because this dude is exactly the same as Baby Gap, and we know Baby Gap is a notorious e-spanker on the internet. You know, sending nudes. This man was blackmailing. He ain't just blackmailing one woman. He's been blackmailing multiple women with nude pictures and different things, holding things over women's head. That's why I encourage women, if this man's been a monster to you, to come out now, right? The force field is down. Fire your shots, okay? Fire your shots at this dude while you can. Some people you don't kick when they down. This is a dude you kick when he's down. You make sure he stays down and he never has the ability to do the things that he is doing again. And I know when the state's done with him, right? He ain't going to have that ability. They're going to hit him so hard he'll think a million times before he does anything like this again. But I mean, on a media platform, true crime, we can't have shit like this. We can't have people like this. This is the worst I've seen. I know people say bad things about Betty. I know say bad things about JLR, even me. But this is way worse than any of that. Okay, it's worse. And Betty's never done nothing like this. JLR's never done. JLR's done some weird shit. I might take that back. Okay, that whole Sandy Hook thing was a little. Okay, it's a little strange. But nowhere near the level of what's going on with this dude. And you got to remember, he did this to himself. He inserted himself in this case. He had nothing to do with it whatsoever. Okay. Wasn't around it, didn't know him, didn't know one person involved. And this man seen a payday. He's seen a payday, right? Just like Baby Gap sees views and clicks off of this. This man seen a payday and he went for it. All right. This should be a lesson, right, to other creators out here. And I don't consider this dude a YouTuber. I never have. He's just some fucking weirdo that posted some videos on the internet. Not a YouTuber. Okay. Definitely not a YouTuber. He is more of a conspiracy grifter, is what I think of this guy. You know, he spins this conspiracies, and he would be like Alex Jones. He'll be trying to sell you some brain food next. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't, if you can take anything and you can spin it, right? And this dude is really good at taking things and spinning it. That's why so many of these people, because I don't think turtle riders are stupid. I think he's just very good at spinning these things. And there was some questionable things in the case. But let me tell you this, any murder case or any death, there's always things that are fucking almost unexplainable. Weird things happen in every single one of them. If you look at any of it, Delphi, just all kind of weird things, unexplainable things transpire. The search of, how long does it take to die in the snow? Now, at first, you say that, and I'd be like, yeah, shit, you got him right there. That's why would she be searching that? Even me, I'm not stupid. That's the first thing it makes me think. But when you have to dig into it, you look deep, deep, deep into the eyes of Turtleboy, and you do some deep, 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 like Baby Gab likes to say, colon searching. Anyway, once you do a little looking into it, and you see that this can happen because these things are kept in tabs, and when you open a tab, it timestamps it. But the person that's going to be there at the Karen Reed trial has posted things of how this can happen. And once you see it, right? I had the link. I don't have the link right now to it. I was posting the link to it the other day. What's up, Dumpling? You can easily see how your phone could timestamp something and you search something that morning, because according to them, they searched it once he was in the ambulance. How long does it take to die in the cold? Because they were concerned how long he had been out there, would he die? So, but the search tab had been opened that night. Pretty easily to explain now. But when you first hear it, if you just is like, yes, you search it, and they don't give you the whole story behind it. Okay. Because they only telling things that fit their narrative that Karen Reed is innocent, but it's easily explainable. Okay. And the prosecution is easily going to be able to explain it a lot better than I can explain it to you guys. Okay. But I went over his whole blog. He showed examples of him texting himself and him searching things himself and how it time stamped everything. And the times were off. So that's easy to explain. I think a lot of the more damaging thing towards the Karen Reed is, of course, the tail light pieces being found. Okay. And I know Turtle Riders are going to say that shit was planted. It was planted, but I don't think it was planted because there was people there. Every cop would have to be bad. Like I said, the firefighters, the coroner. The coroner said that the bite, well, people are going to say they're bite marks, but the marks on his arm are not consistent with a dog bite. Turtle Riders are going to say it is, that the coroner don't know what he's talking about, but he's been to medical school and all these different things. So it's hard once people believe a conspiracy. Okay. Once they believe something's a conspiracy, then everything becomes part of that conspiracy. Okay. Now, there is some big conspiracies in this world, and everything's not a conspiracy. Some of it's true. And people haven't proved it yet. Nothing in this really is conspiracy. This dude is like the new wave, like QAnon. You know what I'm saying? Like, I say this a lot. I get fighting for police corruption, police brutality, things of that nature. All that does need to stop in our country. Does it happen? Yes, it does. So that's why it's easy to convince people of this, because these things do occur. This is just not a situation of that. Okay.
He had just been in court last week after a grand jury returned a 16-count indictment, all connected to intimidating witnesses in the Karen Reed case. Now, Carney will be back in court next month for these charges. The judge warning him to have no contact with his ex-girlfriend, saying, do not call her from the House of Corrections.
Do not call her from the House of Corrections. Okay. So, yeah, don't reach out. Don't use that jail phone to be calling your ex or your wife. Don't call anybody. Sit in there and shut up. Okay. Climb inside your turtle shell. That's where you need
Question.
to be. All right. Let me
Would you build a website for a major brand?
All right. So that ain't playing in the background. So, me, myself, I believe he's done all this for profit. Okay. Now, when we start talking about doing things for profit, I wanted to go into this one a little bit. The Rex Heuermann case, okay? This guy, you know, one of the most prolific serial killers right now of our time. They're constantly tying bodies to him. They believe he's like the Interstate 90 killer. They believe he killed people in Vegas. They just haven't linked all of it together, okay? Some of his wife's DNA was actually found at one of the crime scenes, okay, which is strange. But, you know, he is married to the woman. They do live in the same house. There's that thing as in transferable DNA, okay? But apparently, his wife has sold a deal to Netflix. Not Netflix, Peacock, okay? The streaming platform Peacock. For over $1 million. Okay. So she just made $1 million, over $1 million, right? She's been seen going to the bank, and prosecutors are trying to stop her from making this money. Okay. She's going to do a little mini docu-series on, I guess, you know, they were swingers and he was inviting people to the house, and she's going to give you a little inside look into what was going on. I mean, it sounds really cool. Like, you know, I'm into documentaries and shit like that. I mean, she's going to take you inside a little bit of, you know, the mind of a serial killer. But, you know, look, this is her making $1 million off of people dying. Just like Turtleboy made hundreds of thousands of dollars off of John O'Keefe dying. So they're trying to block her from doing this. Now, I can understand, you know, how the law goes into effect. This goes way back to John Wayne Gacy and Charles Manson. Okay. At the time that Charles Manson, John Wayne Gacy, they were making so much money from prison that they were buying off the guards. They were buying off the wardens. They were living pretty good lives in prison, especially John Wayne Gacy. John Wayne Gacy was, they had a video surface of John Wayne Gacy where he was in a cell with stacks of money and a plate full of Colombian Bam Bam. Okay. And then once that video leaked, they fired the guards, they fired the warden at the prison. And shortly after that, they executed John Wayne Gacy. Okay. Then they started to try to change the laws where these criminals can't profit off of their crimes. But that don't say nothing about his wife. Okay, if you're the wife of a serial killer, okay, and you haven't been charged in killing anybody, I don't see why they can block your source of income. Why can't this lady go out and write a book? Hey, I was married to a serial killer. I mean, other people do it. You know, I don't know why they're trying to block this mini docu-series so hard. Maybe you guys in the chat have some reason of why they would, you know, be so hard on this lady, because most people do. Like, this is one thing that it really pisses me off. Okay, and this ain't even in the title, is the West Memphis 3. Can't stand them people. I believe they're child killers. I don't care what you say. Okay, I know so many people disagree with me on that, and you have that right. But as soon as they got out, you know, Damien Echoes, he starts writing books on the occult, profiting. I can't stand that. I think that is horrible. That is absolutely horrible. One, because I think they're child killers, and two, this man, when he was in prison, he was saying he wasn't involved in the occult. But now that you get out of prison, now you're an author writing books on the occult. You know, and these kids are still dead. So it's people that support that stuff, it makes my blood absolute bull. You know, I could go on and on about that one. That case, that shit makes me mad. Okay. Also, all right, before I open the phone lines up and we start chopping it up, Bryan Kohberger. Okay. So now they're trying to move Bryan Kohberger's, because, you know, he waived his right to a speedy trial. So that means they can pretty much try him when they decide to try him. He knows he ain't going anywhere. Right? He pretty much knows he ain't going anywhere. But they're going to try him this summer. Okay. And they believe this trial is going to last about 6 months. You know, of course, I am going to fly out to be in there for parts of that trial. I don't know how long I'm going to be there. Okay. Like I might just fly out for a few days. I might not be there for the whole thing. Okay. But I may fly in, make an appearance there near the end, check out, you know, the outcome of the Bryan Kohberger stuff. And this dude is a monster. And I'd rather tell you what I like to really be there for is when Dylan testifies. Okay. What the hell? Why did you not call the police? Why did you wait 8 hours? I got to hear that in the courtroom for myself. Like, I want to be there like a fly on the wall, because my whole thing this whole time in the whole Idaho 4 is, why did you not call the police? Why did you not try to help your friends? Why did you not check on your friends? It just does not make any sense whatsoever to still to this day. You know, people can say, well, you got different, when you're scared, different things happen. You know, you panic. If you were scared enough to freeze and you seen a man with a mask on his face, and it ain't Halloween, dressed in black, walking through your house with a damn K-bar knife in his hand, because he didn't have the sheath, so you know the knife's in his hand. That don't seem odd or strange to you, right? And so many people now are saying Bryan Kohberger's innocent. I'm like, what? Right? And they're like, I don't think he's innocent. I think there's plenty little small things that tie him to the crime. You know, could there have been mishandling of the DNA? I'm sure his defense team is going to argue that's the case. Okay, because other than that DNA snap on that snap of that knife, none of his DNA is at the crime. There's a real big lack of DNA. Nobody's DNA was found on him. Okay, no DNA from anybody in the Idaho 4 house was in his car or his house. Okay, not that he said yet. Now, they did say there was some blood, a brown stain on a sheet in the house, and they found what they believe to be an animal hair. They haven't confirmed if that animal hair belongs to that dog. Okay, what was the dog's name? Anybody remember? Sparky, damn, the golden poodle. So we don't know if that to be the case. They didn't find no DNA evidence at his house in the, what is it, the Poconos? Yeah, the Poconos. There was really nothing there. I mean, there's strange occurrences, you know, him wearing the gloves, him throwing things away in the neighbor's trash. That's still not much. The biggest thing to me is not even the DNA, because like I said, they can fight the DNA. To me, it's how did the knife sheath get there that he ordered off Amazon? Okay, that is what did it in to me. That's done. There's no reason for that knife sheath to be there. You ordered that knife sheath. To me, that's almost worse than the DNA. Okay, because they can prove that he's ordered this knife sheath. But then you could say, well, there's millions of those knife sheaths made. But he's ordered this knife sheath. He's in that area. You know what I'm saying? There's so many little things that tie him to that. I think that's enough, right? This is, you're done. Things to argue is, you know, why'd she wait? Is she a killer? Did she kill her roommates? Because this is what I would put up as an argument in their case. Like, is Dylan and Bethany the killers? Okay, they had plenty of time to clean up. They had plenty of time to stage things. Why did they wait? Okay. And they're back to living their best lives. Why, different things. To me, why didn't they show up to like when their friends died? And that's a little sketchy. Like some of the things there are a little sketchy. Is it enough to say, okay, there's some reasonable doubt that somebody else could have committed these murders? I don't know. I mean, I think the man did it, but some people would say, hey, there's not enough to convict this man. DNA, his knife sheath, you got an eyewitness. To me, that's enough. If that was me, I'd be going to prison. I mean, slam dunk, And it ain't like Bryan Kohberger has the best attorneys in the world. He has court-appointed attorneys. I ain't saying that they're bad court-appointed attorneys, but that's what they are. He didn't go out and hire the best attorney he could find. So he basically he lucked out on the lawyers he did get because they're not bad. But anyway, let me open the phone lines. Give me 1 second. I want to hear from you beautiful people this morning about, Turtleboy, the whole Karen Reed thing. Do you think this helps the Karen Reed case? That Turtleboy's out there being grimy? Because I think a lot of people kind of do tie them two together. Karen Reed, Turtleboy. I don't know why he's inserted himself, but it is what it is. All right, let me open up the phone lines. The phone lines are now open. Wait, no, they ain't. No, they ain't. Wrong one. Sorry, my bad. I'm lying. Give me 1 second. All right, now the phone lines are open. The call-in numbers on the screen, 757-797-6694. Like we said, we're talking the Karen Reed stuff today. We're talking Turtleboy in jail, trays, okay? So we know he ain't getting out today, so he better get used to that. Dolly. Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
What's up, buddy?
Who's this? Where are you calling from?
This is Detective John, crime analysis.
You're breaking up just a little bit.
Detective John, crime analysis 101.
Detective John. What's going on with you, Detective John?
Love you, man. Your show.
Awesome. What did you want to tap in on?
A couple things. The old Karen Reed thing with the turtle network for one.
Yeah, the turtle.
That guy's an absolute tool, bro.
I believe so too. And I mean, karma got him. If you're out there doing the things he's doing, it's going to eventually come back and bite you in the ass. It's crazy that it happened on Christmas.
Yeah. I think he's pissed off a lot of people, to be honest with you. So no moss for him.
Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised that people follow him so blindly and that they picked such I guess, like you said, a tool to be kind of their spokesperson for their group. I think the turtle people over there, Karen Reed, they need to pick a better person to be trying to prove her innocence than some fucking scumbag.
Well, I tell you, man, I did a show on this, and I don't know if you know, I'm a former detective, and I was a THI. I was a traffic homicide investigator.
Uh-huh.
So when these things happen, I went to school for this. I know what happens to the body. A lot of people are forgetting a lot of things. Your ME hasn't testified to anything yet. If he was beaten, the ME would know. If you're hit by a 6,500 pound SUV, your organs slam from one side all together to the other side of the body. There's going to be contusions all over your organs. The ME is going to know whether he was hit by a car. I promise you, man. And no one is talking about that. This lady was pissed because he was going to that party without her. They got into an argument. There's even testimony that he told her it was over. This relationship's going nowhere.
So you believe she purposely did it?
I don't believe she purposely hit him. I believe she purposely slammed the vehicle in reverse to re-engage in an affray with him. I believe that he got out of the vehicle and he was walking toward the front of the house. They were already past the house. Okay. So people are saying, oh, it hit on the wrong side. No, it didn't. The right rear quarter panel made contact with him from behind. He was walking toward the house. She slammed it in reverse because he basically said, I'm going to the party, and got out of the vehicle. I believe she slammed it in reverse to roll up next to him and start engaging in another argument, to curse him out, whatever she was going to do. She was flying. She's in a 5.7 liter SUV in reverse. Now, I did a show, and I actually had my kids help me with my 5.7 Hemi Dodge. I got up to 27 miles an hour at 62 feet. So it's damn sure plausible. And if anybody's driven their vehicle in reverse at a high speed and punching it, it's not easy to control. That's an all-wheel drive SUV. That's a $120,000 SUV, and it is a badass vehicle. So Turtleboy goes and does his little PHI. This is impossible. Yeah, he took a little, a 4-cylinder down there. It's not even comparable. And I couldn't get up to 19 miles an hour. Yeah, because you're not even using a vehicle that's even remotely the same.
Hey, people are asking, what's your channel?
Crime Analysis 101.
Crime Analysis 101, guys. Okay. So you got your vehicle up to almost 60 miles an hour, you said?
No, it's 62 feet, which is what the THI investigators came up with based on, because it's physics. So if I hit you at 24 miles an hour, okay, and you're even moving, when I hit you, you're going to fold up to whatever the back of this back vehicle. So that's pretty flat surface. So he trampolined off of the back of that vehicle at 24 miles an hour through the air. And another thing that I came up with that no one's talking about is they're implying that he walked upstairs. Well, he had an Apple Watch. An Apple Watch doesn't just measure going upstairs, it measures climbing, period. So if you're going through the air, it's going to pick you up. So my theory is when he was hit, he was catapulted through the air. You have to go about 10 feet up for it to measure. I believe he was thrown through the air. There was a canopy of trees there that's no longer there. But I believe he might have even went into those trees where he could have gotten some of those scratches on his arms. That was not a dog bite.
Do you believe? I haven't heard that one, that he was knocked into the air and the tree. That's a new one for me, that the tree branches got his arm.
I suspect that could be from tree branches, or it could even be from the broken tail ends. But the way that the lineal,
I was thinking maybe the glass in his hand when he was hit, maybe the glass was thrown and then he flew into the glass.
It could be the fact. It could be any of that, but it could also be the fact that if you look at the crime scene when they took photos and you look at the crime scene now, they've cleaned all that shrubbery up. It's gone. If he was catapulted through the air and landed in some shrubs, he would have scratches on his arms too. But these are lineal scratches, and they could also be from the windshield wiper that is on the back of that vehicle. So that windshield wiper is one long lineal piece. So that could be, I'm just putting possibilities out there.
Yeah, I didn't
but
think
they're
about
definitely, definitely not dog bites. I promise you.
Oh, I know they're not dog bites. I've been bit by 2 different German Shepherds, and if they were dog bites, that dog wouldn't have a bottom jaw. I mean,
I've got a hole in my right butt cheek from a canine, from a German Shepherd when we were chasing somebody. It bit me instead.
Yeah, I didn't think they were dog bites myself.
No. But a lot of people are buying that theory.
And the coroner said they were just surface wounds anyway. They wasn't deep enough. They wasn't like punctures like that.
Right, exactly. You would have punctures, you would have tears. It would not be.
And I mean,
they would not be close to the result.
According to the Turtleboy, everybody's lying. The paramedics are lying. The coroner's lying. The DA's lying. I mean, there's too many moving pieces for it to be all a conspiracy, because all it would take is one little crack and somebody say something and the cards crumble, and that hasn't happened.
Well, it fits his narrative, and his narrative is in his backyard. So what does he get to do? He gets to run out there, like you said earlier. I mean, he's made they're predicting he's made over $1 million on this case.
I don't think he's made that much, but I know he's made in the hundreds of thousands.
But he's made a lot of money just in sales of shirts,
Yeah.
sweaters. There's all kinds of stuff. But that's one report was that he's made over $1 million, which I don't find that far fetched.
I don't find it unbelievable. What I find unbelievable is Karen Reed gets none of that.
Right. Well, it's for her legal fund, he says some of the times, but then he actually comes out and says it's all for him. He actually said that.
I know. I seen him say it.
This man is out of control. He's 100% getting his karma, and I think he's disrupted the legal process, and he's put so much doubt into people that it's unfortunate, because no matter what people think and what they feel, people hate cops. So if they can throw the theory out there that we got a bunch of crooked cops, then people are going to buy it all day long. That's what we live in today, the society we live in, unfortunately.
Yeah.
When I
know all cops ain't bad. I know all cops ain't bad.
Man. And there are some bad cops. There are, but it's, and I would like to point out too, and people need to understand this. Do you know how hard it is to be a crooked cop today? Bro, it is hard.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now. You got cameras everywhere. You got body cams. You got smart cars. A lot of these patrol cars are actually recording. You go up to a traffic light, and you look at a patrol car 3 cars back. That car itself, on some of these departments that have the budget, it's actually scanning all the tags that it can see.
I got hit like that for a bad inspection sticker. The cop didn't even see me. She pulled up. She said, this vehicle, before she even looked at the sticker, she said, this vehicle ain't been inspected in 3 years.
Yeah, and that's crazy. I mean, it's like, and the cops are like, I got to do something now. I mean, they can't ignore you because it's all documented. So you got smart cars actually doing work for cops, and then cops are obligated. Now, they can warn you or do whatever, but can't ignore it because it flags them right there. So it generates activity. These cars are amazing today. So, it's really hard. I'm not saying it's impossible. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really hard to have crooked cops and crooked departments. These little podunk departments, where they don't have budgets for that kind of stuff. Yeah, you can see that.
Let me ask you this.
I'm telling you, man. Let
me ask you this. Do you think they have enough evidence to convict Karen Reed on that 2nd-degree murder charge?
Here's the problem. On the 2nd degree, yeah. On the 1st degree, no. But she should have pled out the first place. I think this is what's happened. I think that Turtleboy has generated so much love for her that the attorneys are delusional. They think that because of publicity, they're going to get her off.
Yeah.
But the state was pissed. I'm telling you right now, they're pissed. That's why they upped the charge, because now she's going to be forced, because she does not want to take this to trial. If she takes it to trial, she's going to lose her ass. I promise you, she will lose.
I thought she would take a plea to the manslaughter, involuntary manslaughter.
That's what inevitably I predict will happen. If she's smart, she'll take that plea. If she, because I 100% don't believe that she hit him on purpose.
Yeah, I don't know, because I think
slammed it in reverse, and she was pissed, and she did not mean to hit him. And she even makes the comment, "Did I hit him? I hit him. Did I hit him? Oh my God, did I hit him?" That's very indicative of somebody that's done a crime like this. And she was drunk. She hauled ass. She went home. She pulled in that garage. She walked around, did a cursory check. She saw that the vehicle had a busted tail end. So then she constructed, how am I going to get out of this? So who backs out of the garage straight toward a wall like she was, super slow? She's backed in and out of that garage many times. You would crank the wheel to the right, go in the opposite direction. She goes straight back. It was a calculated event where she bumped into his vehicle, and that's not where it was broken. It was broken at the scene. And then they're trying to imply that, those were planted. They planted that lens on the scene.
Yeah,
it was a full out snowstorm. It was freaking crazy.
Yeah, and then at that time, it's an active crime scene. That implies that every cop that was out there was bad. Every news reporter out there was bad. They just allowed people to sprinkle. How are you going to go out there and plant shit in front of everybody?
Exactly. And why? Why? Who would do that? It didn't even work for that city.
Yeah.
It's not. It's just insane. And this guy running around to lacrosse games and walking up to a spouse and saying, how you gonna feel when your cop husband's in prison or whatever he said. I mean, this guy's out of control.
Let me ask you.
He really is.
Let me ask you one more question, since you're a former homicide cop and everything. I ain't saying you would ever do this. Okay, this is just a hypothetical question. If you ever off somebody, would you take their body and throw them in your front yard?
Absolutely not. I'd figure out a way to dispose
Could you come
of the
up?
body, but
Could you come up with a better way than that? Do you think?
yeah, I think so.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know, because I'm thinking, look, I ain't no cop. I don't have no homicide training. I don't have none of that. But I could have found a better place to hide that body.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it was an accident.
Yes,
That's
clearly.
why,
Drinking and driving.
The state need not overcharge. The state need not overcharge, because that's going to hurt them. You know, that's what they did to Casey Anthony. They overcharged, and they didn't have enough.
Yep.
They didn't have enough evidence to actually charge her with first degree murder. If they had charged her appropriately, she'd be sitting in jail right now. But they didn't. So they didn't allow. They closed the door to any plea, and a jury wouldn't buy it. And if they overcharge here, they at least have the opportunity to let her plea.
Yeah.
They didn't do that in the Anthony case. Yeah.
And I don't know. She got money. She may try to fight it. And I believe the same thing. If it goes to trial, she's going to be convicted. I think in the end, she will take an involuntary manslaughter charge. She'll probably get 10 years, 6 suspended, do a little time in jail, maybe something of that nature. I don't see her doing the rest.
She might not even do any significant jail time, man. I mean, she might not. I mean, she's going to have the sympathy of the court, or the jury. I can tell you that right now, because look at her. I mean, and you hate to say that, but it's just the truth. I mean, she's going to get up there. She's going to cry. She's going to do everything. She's going to play those sympathy strings, and she's going to convince. No
men can't get that like women can. When you get a woman up there crying, that kind of touches your heart. Men cry, they like look at you like a bitch,
Yeah, you would be a bitch.
Yeah.
But I can't see her getting, convicted of first degree. That's overzealous. If she's smart, she'll just tell the truth. I was upset. I was drunk. Bottom line, it's an act of domestic violence. That's what this is. She got pissed because he wasn't engaging with her anymore. He was going to that party, whether she liked it or not.
Yeah.
She slammed it in reverse to roll up next to him and curse him out some more. And she hit him. And that's it. And I don't care what anybody says. When the ME gets on that stand and testifies that when she cracked him open, that his organs slammed all together to the other side of his body, which would have been to the front of his body because he was hit from behind.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, his rib cage will have absorbed the organs. There's going to be contusions all over his organs. She's going to know whether he was hit by a car. This is what people are thinking about.
Yeah.
That ME will get up there and test that, yeah, this man was hit by a car. Wasn't beat about the head with close fists. Wasn't hit with a baseball bat.
Okay, here's the tough one. This is what one is built, these conspiracy people, I think, is the search result at the 2:15. How long does it take to die in the snow? That is what's
hypothermia. What killed him? Did the hypothermia kill him? That's what the ME says. But I don't know how long.
I thought it was
I'm from Florida, man.
I thought he died from blunt force trauma to the head, but also with hypothermia as
a contributing factor. Yeah,
as a contributing factor.
Right.
But explaining that lady searched how long does it take to die in the snow is what's built, I believe, the support that Turtleboy has, because these people are like, yeah, why would she search that? She had to have known something, and that built this conspiracy.
Yeah, and that was entirely. I think that was entirely a bunch of crap, because if you watch, I don't watch a lot of Coffin Bopper, but she did a breakdown of it, which is pretty cool. When that lady was opened, when she opened her app and she started searching stuff for a basketball game, it remained open.
Yeah.
So when they looked at it when they looked at it later, it showed the time that the app was open.
Yeah,
So
that's my
she
research.
was watching a
Did
basketball
that too.
game.
Yeah, that when you open the tab, it times that tab, and if you search
Right.
something else, it's still open at that time that tab was open.
And then
Go ahead. You were breaking up a little bit.
exactly, and that makes total sense to me.
Yeah.
I'm not a big IT guy, so I can't opine on it, but it makes sense. And they were at a party. She was.
Okay. I think I lost you a little bit there.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're breaking up. You're
Right,
breaking up pretty bad. But look, hey, I appreciate you calling in, and tell us the name of your channel one more time so I can check it out. I'm gonna go add you.
Crime Analysis 101.
Crime Analysis 101 with John.
With Detective John.
With
Yes,
Detective
sir.
John. I'm gonna add you up, Detective John. It was good talking to you.
They recommended I could check you out, so I figured I'd hop in on you. And I watched you last night. Some
Awesome. Well, it's nice to meet you, brother.
All right, you too, man.
All right, peace.
Peace.
So there you go. A detective that he sees it similar to me. Not exactly the same as me, but he believes that Karen Reed is, guilty. And all police ain't bad. Look, I got police officers that have been in my family, and I know for a fact they're not bad people, good people. They wouldn't do anybody no harm. So the whole theory that all cops are bad, it's not true. Even in my life, I met some good cops that have been there to help me out that do still believe in, serve and protect. They still believe in that serve part, you know what I'm saying? To help you, not just lock you up. Okay. That's the good cops. The good cops want to help you. They don't want to lock you up. So real justice for John O'Keefe is basically what he said. This lady should just tell the truth and admit that an accident happened. Okay. It would end all this conspiracy stuff that is going on with the Turtleboy stuff. You probably, if this lady would have just originally told the truth, you wouldn't have Turtleboy in jail right now. Okay. He would have been doing something else stupid to get money. He wouldn't have been out there harassing police officers and things. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly.
Hey,
Granny
Granny.
Baskin.
Hey, Granny.
Oh, I'm doing good. I agree with the detective, but I still think she meant to hit him. I don't think she meant to kill him, but I do believe she meant to hurt him.
Yeah, but Granny, you're a little on the
pissed.
evil side. You would run somebody over.
Well, no, that's not true. I wouldn't. I would swerve at the last minute. I wouldn't hit them, but I'd scare the crap out
You
of them.
scare the crap out of them.
No, I wouldn't run over nobody, but we watched a fight between my husband's sister and her husband, and that crazy, her husband was up underneath the car hanging on, and she about killed him. She just took off with him.
Yeah, I've seen that. Like, people try to run people over and they get on the hood of the car and a woman pull off with a dude on the hood of the car and shit. I've seen that happen.
It was unreal.
And I've seen somebody hit by a car. I've seen multiple people hit by cars. My friend, when I was a kid, got ran over. We were at the little putt-putt place. He was bouncing a golf ball, bounced the street. He ran out in the street and got hit by a car. He flipped how that guy said that he said that he flew through the air. My friend flew through the air like that. And I swear he got hit head on though at about 25, 30 miles an hour. And he flipped. I ain't lying. It looked like 20 foot in the air. He went up like the power lines and came down, and he lived. And I also was at a red light. I was also at a red light one day. And Granny, can you hear me?
Hello.
Okay, can you guys hear me out there? Something's going on with my internet. is buffering a little bit at this present second. So I just lost the call with Granny Bassmaster. But like I said, I've seen a few people get hit by cars when I was a kid, and another time at an intersection. I was sitting there, a lady came across on a hover round, a car blew right through the red light, hit her ass, right? She lived too. Thank God. Okay. And believe it or not, she wasn't even hurt that bad. But she didn't shoot up into the air. She just flew out into the road. And thank God that the cars were stopped at the red lights, because she didn't get ran over after that. She just got hit by the car. I mean, you know, she didn't die. I don't know how hurt she was. You're frozen, Dolly. Okay. Good now. All right. Did y'all hear? Hello? I'm frozen. I'm frozen. Okay, well, let's give it a minute. Let me hang this call up. I can't even hang the call up. I'm that frozen. I'm great now. Robotic. Okay, well, let's give it a second. I think my internet is totally messing up because my phone line's working. Let's give it 1 second. I think it's just one of them times where the internet's resetting or something like that. I don't know what's going on. I'm blurry, buffering, blurry. Okay, well, be patient. We're gonna be here for you. It'll clear up in just a minute. You have a close family member who hit a guy on a bike. The guilt is unbearable. I come really close one night to hitting a person on a moped in the rain. He was driving real slow and I went to pass him. And as I went to pass him, he turned right in front of me. And just letting you know, Dolly, you're in the Matrix. I'm in the Matrix. Sound good now. Okay. It is what it is. It may go in and out a little bit. It does that sometimes around this time of day, freezing up again. That sucks. What's up, guys? Okay, look, I'm having problems with my internet. My internet just went completely down. So I am on my cell phone using my cell phone data. Okay. So I'm probably just going to go ahead and end the stream. And then when my internet comes back up so I can show videos and things like that, take calls, I will go back live in just a little while. Okay. So I don't know what's up. Usually my internet's working. I have a white bar. It's completely green. That means the internet's completely down. So, and I can't really even see the chat. I don't have my glasses on. So give it a little bit, guys. It's 11:30 now. So I'll give it a little while. If it clears up, I'm going to reset everything. And I will be back live with you guys in a little while. Okay. Sucks. I know we're in the middle of a show. Boom, no internet. But thank you guys that have tuned in. If you can hear me out there, I don't even know. That was a cool call. I'm gonna go check out and add his channel. Make sure you guys do too. I will catch up with you when my internet is back up and running. Peace.